Hi everyone, I'm Jack, one of the leader at the Horizon community. So today's video really is to quickly showcase how you can use AI, different type of AI tools to help with your day-to-day HR workflow. So the first ever video is going to be focused on how to use AI to help with doing comp analysis. I here, right now on my screen, you probably see some of the popular tool that you heard of using Pave, Mercer, different type of like data vendor to really just help you to give you an idea of certain role, what their salary ranges is. But actually, in today's time, with AI as well as the pay transparency policy changes, there's more and more public data out there, and AI that can do a really good job to kind of service through these like public available data and to give you a general idea on how well the compensation range is. I would say for transparency, it's probably not the most accurate data, but it's not bad. It's a really good starting point to a very quick way to help you to benchmark some of the comp salary ranges data. So to the tool that I want to kind of like introduce a lot for today is really called Perplexity. So some of you might heard of it. What Perplexity does is like almost like a GPT, but more so they're specializing in searches. So in this case, we're really trying to find out, compensation analysis. So searches is a great way to kind of for you to figure out based on public data what are the salary ranges. In this case, I'm going to quickly showcase an example. So you can always just write out some basic prompting. It could be, what's the salary range for, let's say, hiring a software engineer, entry-level software engineer position in maybe, I don't know, let's say in this case, let's do New York. And for city that has like a lot of like pay transparency, a lot of report out there, essentially internet data, you consolidate the entire internet data. So this itself does a really good job to help you to research that. And another thing you do want to be aware of is like maybe you want to ask the AI to count list down count the salary types of salary, because there's always base salary, there's like bonuses. I think making sure that it's clear, it helps a lot. And that's oftentimes one of the miscommunication between the salary ranges. So in this case, in the prompt, I'm gonna ask it, please, specify the total compensation, well, typical base salary and bonuses structured as well. So that's something that you can pretty much do, and that's like a basic prompt, and then you can just submit it on Perplexity. It takes a few minutes for it. It's like to kind of do research. By the way, the similar type of research could actually be done in GPT as well. Within the GPT kind of feature, you probably will notice one thing they have is called a new feature they launched is called deep research. So that's kind of like somewhat similar to that function here. But my personal favor in terms of researching, I still find Perplexity does a much better job in research than GPT. So I would prefer to use Perplexity in this case. So as you can see, what it's doing is the AI itself is really just surfacing the internet. Like, it's using a variety of different ways to kind of searches the query. You see, entry level suite and New York salary, entry level New York Glassdoor. So it's just like finding different type of like sources, different type of way to get this data. And right after that, you will consider pretty much all the data point that you was able to get, which oftentimes is pretty accurate because as you can see, like levels, all these recruiting sites, they do publish public information about salary ranges from time to time, and their data source is actually oftentimes goes back towards like using Pave or using these different type of like data vendor provider. So that makes it super easy for you to kind of like get a accurate sense of like what is out there right now. Overall, if I would kind of like maybe talk about the accuracy, I think using Perplexity pretty much get you 80% accurate there. But the cost is much cheaper versus Pave is a good vendor it's cheaper. But then if you wanted to like use like other vendor like these like survey type of like data, the cost does go up to thousands of dollars for annually to just have any like composition data. So that does become very costly. So here, as you can see, the AI is doing the research, trying to understand, and then you went through a lot of kind of like blog and content to help you to kind of like gather this information. So that's where kind of like the whole deep research thing comes from. So we will just maybe give it a minute to does its work, and then we can see the results soon, hopefully. So, and also, speaking of that, I do want to kind of address if you all have any type of like specific type of use case that you would like to learn, that you want me to kind of like this type of video to just demonstrate, to do a quick walkthrough, happy to do so. So feel free to just like Slack me. All of you are in a Slack community. For those who are not, feel free to kind of like check out HRAIZON. So, which is like a community that we have. I believe is the largest HR community that actually focuses solely on AI. So within this community, it's a great way for you to upskill yourself to learn more about how AI is affecting the HR world. Yeah. So still loading. Yep. I think we got a really good understanding here. So I think it's going to give you the answer soon. I do notice one thing that I should probably edit on the prompt is probably ask it to break down to different percentile of payment as well. So I think you might do the job itself as that as well. So yeah, so right now just summarizing the information. Here we go. So as you can see from this, you're able to get like a standard range is in terms of like standard market range for the total compensation for entry-level software engineer in NYC. Typically it's like 140K. And then they give you break it down to a different percentile as well. So it does the job already, but you can specifically ask, and then you can just focus on that percentile as well, according to your compensation strategy that you have. It give you a variety of different sources where they got this information from. It also help you to kind of break it down in terms of the for different styles of company and so on. So this type of information is a very decent, I would say, like it does a really decent job to help you to understand kind of like the basic kind of market rate. These type of data are more and more transparent across the internet, and that's why AI is able to do a good job in the research itself. Hopefully this video helps to kind of showcase you like a cheap, convenient way using AI to do your comp analysis. And then hopefully this is helpful for everyone in the community. So see you in another video. Thank you.